In this video, I want to show you or talk to you about some of the options that are hidden in your settings and specifically within the Sales tab of your settings. So let me just take you there. I'm going to click on the gear in the upper right-hand corner of my screen. Under your company, I will select Account and Settings. After this opens, I'm going to select Sales on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to ignore this error message. I'm just working with the QuickBooks sample file, so I don't really care if it can't do invoices and surveys, but that is something we're going to be talking about. There are various things here that I like to turn on, turn off, and just know that they exist. If you're creating invoices for people, you can set your default terms. So net 30, meaning I send you an invoice and the due date is automatically going to be 30 days from now. If that's not what you want, click on the pencil and change it. The custom transaction numbers, I like to have these on. It literally just is when you're at the invoice in the upper right-hand corner, there'll be an invoice number and you, the human, can edit that invoice number if you want. I like having it turned on, although I almost never edit the invoice number. Accept tips. I always turn this off if I see it's turned on. I think that there is a time and place for tips, and I think bookkeeping is not one of them. So I just make sure it's turned off because I would be embarrassed to ask for a tip on top of bookkeeping services. Customer financing, you can choose whether to turn this on or turn it off, but you should definitely know it exists. Going down, there's lots of good stuff in here, but the reminders. If you're sending an invoice to a client, do you want to have to remember to follow up and resend the invoice periodically? Or would you like QuickBooks to automatically send a reminder to your client that says, hey, you've got this invoice outstanding, could you please pay it? I think the automatic invoice reminders are great, unless your client pays you with a check or something external to QuickBooks. If you're the kind of person who's just a little bit behind on your work, you might be sending a reminder to someone that came by the office and dropped off a check, but QuickBooks doesn't know it yet because you haven't gone into QuickBooks and marked it paid. So be mindful of that and just think, like, is this something that you want or not? There's a post-invoice feedback survey. This I opt out of. I understand the idea and I like the idea and I want the feedback. Unfortunately, when I've tested it with other bookkeeping friends, they'll send me an invoice and we'll get it marked as paid, and then there'll be this like post-work survey and I'll fill out the survey, but the friend never gets it. And I don't know where the surveys are going, but if they're going to disappear into thin air, I don't really want it enabled. I'd rather have direct communication with my clients. So that's it. There's so much in here. I want to explain every single thing that I see, but I also don't want to make a boring video, and I don't want my editor to have to edit my ums for 30 minutes worth of ums. So if you see something on here you want more information about, don't hesitate to let me know. Just leave a comment below. We'll get it on the to-do list. Thanks.